Calm Down TV. Calm down before we shut this down. Hit that subscribe button.
When it comes to making music, what inspires you, how you get it done? You write? Do you get in there and just let it flow? Like, what's the music making process?
For me, it is about the vibe.
Okay.
I love a good beat. When you hear that real good beat, it just kind of takes you elsewhere. It kind of just puts you in a moment.
Right.
But I can pretty much write to anything. But yeah, that's pretty much where I go with it. And then I go in the studio and it just, I love being in there. It's just magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of, it happens in different ways. Like, there's some times where I might have a certain beat or a certain tune that gets stuck in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let me flesh this out, let me make it into something. And then there's other times where I might just be, feeling certain emotions at the time, or I might have, like, thoughts that I want to jot down. So it's more like poetry in a way.
Okay.
And it's like I write that down and I turn it into a song. So it can kind of happen either way.
That's kind of my next question. Like, is there a time where you ladies feel like you become more creative, like you said, when you're in your emotions maybe, but could it be a certain time of the day or after something goes on, like after a shower or after you're full or early morning or after a run? Like, is there a certain time where you feel like you become more creative?
No, not at all. Funny enough, I used to
shower.
Asleep. Funny enough, I used to fall asleep and wake up at 2 a.m. every morning and have a new song in my head. But now it's like, with this whole new level that we're on, it's really an everyday thing. All I think about is new things. So I always have something to write about.
Okay. What about studio vibes? Like to go solo, a lot of friends, turned up, sober.
Well, actually, a lot of times we're recording together a lot.
We do.
It's pretty awesome. I engineer as well, so Ashley does some amazing work. Sometimes I'm in there by myself when I'm in a zone, but it's that whole exclusive kind of thing, So we're usually in there together.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we definitely work pretty well together. And
Yeah.
We definitely get a lot of, we bounce off each other's ideas and we get a lot accomplished that way. So for us as a pair, we work really well together.
Yeah.
Me personally, I feel really inspired. I would say when I first get up in the morning, that's when my mindset is a lot more fluid and I can kind of, tap into that creativity.
Yeah.
So like first thing in the morning when I get up, that's when I'm really like in my creative mode in general.
Okay. We talked about early childhood, like dreams and what you ladies was into growing up. But if I was to find some of your friends or peers, what would they most likely expect one of you ladies to do? Or let's start with you. What would your friends expect you to be when you grew up, type of deal?
I would say my friends, they definitely know, or they've always known that I've been really serious about doing music and this has been my dream. Okay. So I think, where I am and where I'm going is exactly where they would expect me to be. They would always say, okay, Ashley's gonna, she's gonna be doing music, she's gonna be on TV, she's gonna do Broadway, she's gonna do all that. Okay. So they definitely always knew that was where I would be, and I'm really grateful that this is where I'm going.
Oh yeah. Congratulations on what you're doing so far.
Thank you.
What about your friends? What are they gonna say about you?
Yeah, my friends are interesting. They honestly always knew I did music, but at the same point with my training in offices and things like that, no matter what I was going to do, they always knew I was going to be a boss or something. So, boss in music was always going to be it, and that's going to be it regardless.
What's your sign?
I'm a Virgo Libra cuss.
Okay. I don't know that much about it. I just thought I'd ask you.
Okay.
Because you talked about how you was a boss, so I gotta figure out who these bosses were.
Yeah, there you go.
Any of you ladies got any special skills or something we might not know about?
Well, yeah, I have a little something I could demonstrate right now. Are you ready for this?
I hope so.
Okay. Voi che sapete che cos'è amor, ne vedete se lo nel mar, ne vedete se lo nel cor.
Blow me away. How do I continue now? like, I gotta talk after that. I feel like I need to do something better.
Thank you.
Yeah, most people don't
I
expect
think I'm gonna
that.
clap after that. That's what I was
Thank you
supposed to
so
do.
much.
Very impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. When you first, wow, I don't even know what to say. Well, how would you describe your sound, or the music that you make and or you feel me making right now? How do you just describe your sound overall?
Yeah, so I'm definitely doing like pop, dance, EDM. So like the kind of music that you would listen to at a rave or really great party with all the flashing lights and everything,
Okay.
which is definitely the kind of thing that I love, just that positive, high energy environment. So yeah, it's just music that makes you feel good, that gets you excited, that gets your blood flowing.
Alright. Oh, with so many artists to listen to, why should they listen to you?
I mean, because I'm me. I don't separate myself from anybody.
Right.
But actually, my music is very different. When you listen to it, you can't compare me with anybody else.
Right.
I don't sound like anybody else.
Okay.
I'm really not the Megan Thee Stallion or the Cardi B, which I love them both, honestly. But, you don't hear me just, rapping about those topics.
Yeah.
I like to give you bars. I like to make you feel good. I like a good party atmosphere. So, yeah.
Okay.
So it's a separation.
You talked about some of your music inspiration, but if you could maybe do a feature with any artist, what's an artist you like to do a feature with? You have to choose one.
Well, ironically, that's a two-parter. Because I would love to do a feature with the Brat and Janet Jackson, like hands down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like on the same single or?
I would love them both on the same single. I'd love them both separately. I'll take it out. They're willing to give it to me. I would be honored.
Okay. What about you? You got any dream artists to work with?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to do a feature with like Yellow Claw and also Calvin Harris. That would be super amazing. But really, if I could pick someone who unfortunately is no longer with us, I would love to do or to have done a song with Prince.
Oh, okay.
Like that would have just been amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Ladies, get a chance to travel. Of course, y'all in a different city now, but y'all travel often or had a chance to travel much?
Since COVID, you have to be a little bit more careful.
Right.
But before COVID, yeah, we were always on the road.
Okay.
Shout out to Ohio, and we were just really busy. So half the time we are in Atlanta.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, what's maybe your favorite places y'all been to, or maybe places you want to go to?
Well, I really love being here in Nashville. There's just so much, culture and
She's not
history
leaving.
with
We
it.
keeping her.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I definitely love Nashville personally,
Yeah.
but I would also love to go. I mean, to be honest, if I could go anywhere, I would love to go to Paris or just like France.
Okay.
And especially since I do EDM, like dance music, that's really big over there. So yeah, I would love that.
Any? Where have you ladies had a chance to perform?
Well, not since COVID, but
Yeah.
I've always been on stage performing. Yeah, I've been performing for quite some time.
Right. Got a favorite song to perform?
Oh, of course, Go Wild and MIA.
Okay.
And then of course I got the new single called I Don't Want Your Man Coming Soon.
Okay. Performing. How you performing yet? Or-
Yeah, so like she said, with COVID right now, that's kind of, we can't really do as much.
Yeah.
But I've definitely done some performances in the past, and I'm looking forward to what's coming next.
Any dream stages to perform on, maybe?
Ooh,
Like BT Awards or some
honestly,
stadium?
I'm obsessed with the tour life, Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would also really love to do Madison Square Garden, but also Carnegie Hall, actually.
Okay. Alright. What's some advice that you could give to a new artist or somebody in your shoes or just looking to get into the music industry?
Actually, the best advice I could give them is to stay consistent and to stay humble. I live a 100% positive vibes lifestyle, but with all the people that I've come to learn, the executives that I've gotten the privilege to actually know, yeah, you aren't going to make it if you aren't humble and very consistent about what you do. Do not give up and stay on it and stay on your word.
I would just say keep going. Like, everybody's going to have some setbacks and challenges, But if you're really serious about being in this industry, just keep going. Just keep doing what you do and don't let anything stop you.
Okay. Do y'all accept positive and negative feedback? Do y'all want fans commenting under stuff and telling you what it is? How should they get in the DM? How should they? You feel me?
Oh, bring it on. That doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
You know, all feedback for me is good feedback.
Yeah.
Negative, positive, everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like the energy that you bring is the energy that you feed off. So, you know, I always get positive vibes around me anyway. But yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I accept it. That means that you've watched me and I appreciate it.
What you think? Do you want fans to? Does it matter if they say negative stuff under this video? Should they put like, even if it's like not just like negative, but like say they just saying, "Hey, I think you should stop using this word." Should they say that in the message? Should they? How do you? Does it matter?
Well, you know, I mean, kind of like what she said, positive and negative feedback, it's always, you know, you can get something out of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I welcome all of that. I'm always happy to, you know, chat with fans and get their input, because sometimes they may point out something or they may have an idea that I never thought of. So
Right.
you never know where you can get inspiration from. Okay. So yeah, definitely, you know, regardless of whether it's positive or negative, I think you can always get something out of it.
Any go-to critics, like after you guys make music, anybody you listen to, like a go-to person to listen to the music, like how does this sound?
Oh, absolutely. Everything I do passes through CEO Thomas and Robert Mayberry, our music manager, and also Richard Vincent.
Yeah, and basically the same thing with me, but I also pass my material to this lady right here, Destiny Muah. She's usually the first person I go to when I have a new idea, just to, you know, get her input, and she definitely helps me a lot with, you know, working out whatever's in my brain and putting it on paper and then putting it in your ears.
Yeah, she's super talented, like really, really talented. Real easy to work with.
This is Ashley Noelle, rocking with Calm Down TV, so calm down before you shut this bitch down.